These are very, very specific guys around how to hold a corrupt council to account. What I want to start with is the theatre. Have a look at this one. Okay. This is, I made reference to it last week, but I had realised on Sunday night, but I'd realised I'd not put the full FOI up. So this is what Damon Ashworth had actually submitted. The public cost of abandoned versions of a replacement Coliseum theatre. I think it's useful for us to use this as a case study because it's a very, very good FOI. So the title, you can see straight away, the public cost of abandoned versions of the replacement of the Coliseum theatre, of a Coliseum theatre. There's no ambiguity there. He wants to know how much it's cost us for the abandoned versions. And then look how specific it is. Look how targeted his words are. And I don't know Damon from Adam, never met the lad. Dear Oldham Metropolitan Borough Council, since 2012, during a time of austerity, Oldham Council has spent considerable amounts of public finances on at least 2 abandoned versions of a new Coliseum theatre on Union Street in Oldham Town Centre. See, straight away, context. First of all, just a little sentence giving a little bit of context. Important, always important, the context. How much public money and loans has Oldham Council spent on abandoned versions of a new Coliseum theatre, including the multiple architectural firms procured and replaced, infrastructure works, marketing and economy viability studies, promotion events, and any spending above £500? So he wants to know how much is spent and any spending above £500. Just to clarify, Oldham Council leader Sean Fielding has been hinting a third version may be offered. I am only requesting the figure for the abandoned versions of the scheme without any breakdown that would allow OMBC to hide behind commercial sensibility claims. So he's already preempting how Oldham Council will try and avoid giving him a figure, saying, if we break it down this way, it's commercial sensitivities, data protection. So he's avoided that straight away. Neither do I need the cost of renaming the Oldham Coliseum Theatre as part of the project to the Coliseum Theatre, which I believe, along with naming the new cultural centre OMA, cost £28,268. So you're clear. We're clear. They renamed the Oldham Coliseum Theatre, rebranded it to the Oldham Coliseum. They got rid of the word theatre and it cost them £28,268. Fool and his money, hey? A fool and his money. A fool and your money would be more to the point. In response to your FOI request as set out below and the further clarification responses attached, I can confirm that the sums expanded are as follows. Princess Gate, we know about 3.3 million. Remember, Amanda Chadderton recently said it cost nothing. And the Coliseum, £3.2 million. So £3.2 million of your money, public money, remember the heading, 3.2 million, was the public cost of the abandoned versions of a replacement Coliseum Theatre. Now, what I want to show you is this.
Hello, I'm Chris Lawson, Artistic Director here at the Oldham Coliseum, and this is a message to say a huge thank you to everyone who has donated to our campaign, Get Behind Us. A couple of months ago, I was sat in the auditorium asking for your help on behalf of the Coliseum, and you did not disappoint. The support that we've received from individuals and businesses has been overwhelming. We hit our original target of £40,000, then surpassed it, and we now have a total of over £50,000. The generosity and care that you've shown to the Coliseum is absolutely wonderful, and we appreciate it so very much. What this means is that we can continue to work to welcome you back into the building in 2021, but also importantly, that this time next year, you hopefully can be sat in these seats watching our panto, and you've helped to make that happen. So I'll head back into the writer's room with Fine-Time Fontaine to continue working on the script, and we hope you will enjoy all the content that we've got in the community and online this Christmas, including our Panto Schools tour, our Panto boxes.
So what you can see going on is they're playing you with their Save the Coliseum narrative. because the way they're promoting, and you've seen it, everything from Maxine Peake's reference to Save the Coliseum, to the crowdfunders, to the petitions, they're all playing on the historical Coliseum building. And we all know that this isn't what they want to save, is it? That's not what they want to save. They want to save their jobs. They want to save their, their productions, their underperforming productions and so on. So it's not the historical theatre. It's not the seats that you've sat on. So they're playing you. They're manipulating you, first and foremost. Secondly, what they're doing, and as Chris Lawson made reference to that, and that was during the pandemic, they were trying to raise some money, even though the lottery had given them loads of money, and they were all on a whole host of government subsidies to keep going, furlough schemes and art intervention schemes and stuff. They wanted £50,000 off you lot, and they played on it as though it was for the pantomime. You could see that. So these people know, and have known from the beginning, the way to manipulate you and me is by pushing two key issues. One is the historical Coliseum, and that's why he stood there with the seats behind him, which they want to get rid of. And the second one is the pantomime. Even though the pantomime's on for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, if that, of a year. So that's what these guys have been playing you with. And the Arts Council said no recently. So what I want to get to is a couple of freedom of information requests. But before we get to some freedom of information requests, I want to show you some of the finances. This is the chart of the total income for the Coliseum. Yeah. 2018, before the pandemic, just over £2.5 million a year. And now, in 2022, 31st of March 2022, £2 million a year. It costs about 2.2 million. To be fair to them, I think on average it costs 2.2 million. Over £2 million a year for the Coliseum to run. And I want to show you the most recent annual return. We've done this, but I just want to show it you again. 2021 and 2022. AGMA, Andy Burnham's team, office, funded them just over £100,000. Oldham Council funded them £163,000 in 2021 and increased it to just under £300,000 last year. The Arts Council funded it for £700,000 in 2021 and £615,000. The Cultural Recovery Fund, so they got a net bonus £219,000, and the Coronavirus Job Retention Scheme an extra £243,000, so they got £500,000, give or take there. And they got money from the Garfield Weston Foundation last year for £75,000. So their income through grants was £1.194 million. So they get about £800,000 from sales and stuff. How many of you have been to the Coliseum in the last 3 years? Before coronavirus or after? I've been once when the kids were little. Yeah, exactly, Ronnie. Yeah, it's that, isn't it? It's historical. You take your kids, bit of nostalgia. The annual report is a key document for organisations looking to attract income. Potential funders, and remember, I've had millions and millions of pounds worth of funding in the organisations I've worked with. They always ask for your most recent annual report, and you showcase your organisation with the annual report, how funders trust you, how you do good work, how you can be trusted with money, how you can make a difference. They've got 2 annual reports on their webpage. One for 2018-19 and the next one for 2019-2020. Where's the one for 2020-21 or 2021-22? Nowhere. It's a bad sign. It's a bad sign to start with when you've not got an up-to-date annual report on your webpage. Then you click Meet the Team. And what you would do first of all is see who the trustees are. I'm sharing this like a funder. This is what a funder would do. And when you've not got the photographs of you've only got 6 trustees. 2 of them you've not got the photograph of. 1 you've got half his face missing. It's not looking good, particularly for a theatre company, for a company who are involved in the arts. This is pitiful. Okay, maybe not the photograph. Oh, look. Not even a biography. Not even a biography about the first trustee on the Barbara Brown Bridge. Let's have a look at the second one. Bridget Egan. Bridget has recently sold her business, an international consultancy that specialises in accelerated individual team and organisational performance. Bridget is now looking to build a portfolio of interests. Bridget's speciality is in developing transformational and emotionally intelligent leaders and one-to-one coaching. Nah. Bridget has loved supporting the Oldham Coliseum over the last 27 years by being an active theatre goer. There's not even a photograph of Bridget. Let's have a look at Sadia Rahman. Title, Trustee. No bio. Let's have a look at Sam Al-Hamdani. Title, Trustee. No bio. Oh, you got the rest of his face though. Let's have a look at Sandy Dixie OBE. Nice. No bio. Let's have a look at Stuart Bromley, Trustee. No bio. 5 of the 6 trustees, and this is a live webpage, it's not me. 5 of the 6 trustees do not have the bio on their webpage. And they're 2 years behind on their annual reports. £2 million they want every year. Can't even get the basics right. Let's have a look at the staff. Let's have a look at the executive. Now you can see it's got a headline that says executive. There's only 1 person on the executive. A £2 million organisation, and there's only 1 person, and he seems to want to do everything. Artistic director and chief executive. So he became artistic director and chief executive in 2022. So he became artistic director and chief executive just after the last one left, which was November 2022. So he's only been chief executive for something like 2 months or 3 months. He has directed many of the acclaimed. He has overseen co-production, most recent production outside of Oldham. Alongside directing productions for the main stage, Chris has launched a number of initiatives and opportunities for theatre makers at the Coliseum. Mate, you're the chief executive of an organisation. Your bio should be about amplifying how you've taken the key competencies that you'd universally expect to see a chief executive have and apply them into the Coliseum. This guy has clearly been given the job because there was no one else there to take the job. And he's out of his depth. He has no chief executive experience. So you've got a chief executive without any chief executive experience, fronting a £2 million business, and 5 of the 6 trustees don't even have their biographies online, and they're 2 years behind on the annual reports. And they want £2 million. So what I would now do is I'd want to see who their finance director is. So I've gone from the trustee and the chief executive. I want to see who controls the money. Who's the finance director? Here she is, Cheryl James. I'd not want to see a photograph of Cheryl James and a dog. If I'm honest with you, if you're looking for money off me and I'm in charge of a grants organisation, that's not the sort of photograph I'd want to see. Oh my God. So the head of finance, when you click on her bio, the way they've set the web page up, you get to see the picture of the dog and half of her face. No biography, no skills or experiences, nothing. All right. Am I still trying? Am I still trying on this? Would you still be trying? Come on, would you still be trying to give this lot money? There's a finance assistant. No biography. Adedoya Obikoya. Let's go to the artists. The production managers, yep. And the learning and engagement officers, yep. Adam. No bio. Alex Toll. Learning and engagement officer. Key role, education, yep. The council give them £300,000 a year and they talk about their role in the community. Come on, Alex. Don't let me down. Alex lets me down. Alex Toll doesn't even have a photograph, never mind a bio. Producer. You got a producer and a development manager. Jeremy Walsh. No bio. Just chin missing on his photograph. John Edwards. Where is he? In a pub? So your development manager is sat in a pub. Yeah. £2 million, people. They want £2 million. Let's have a look. And I'm not going to pick on the box office assistants and stuff because it's not fair. Let's have a look at the associate artists and we'll go on to them in a moment. But let me start with Afshan D'Souza Lordi. An associate artist without a bio. Have a look at the associate companies. So these are companies that they pay or companies who have free access to the building and are based there. That's what these associate theatre companies are. Dare to Know Theatre. No. Fine Comb Theatre. Associate alumni. No. It's not good, is it? If I wanted to stealth fund this lot, I start to look at the associates. And the associate artists and companies. Okay, who are they working with? Who's based there? It's the Oldham Coliseum. 130 years of theatre. I'm sorry, lad. You're being disrespectful to Year 6 students that I've worked with. Year 6 students that I've worked with would not leave a web page like that. And this is an arts company, by the way. Yeah, it's an arts company. The first one. Grant Archer. Grant became an associate of the Coliseum in 2020. So these associates are people who are based there. They sometimes get some money, they get the use of the venue and all of that. It's, the key positions. I'd expect to see, by the way, the associate artists and the associate companies, the associate alumni to have key links with Oldham. It's the Oldham Coliseum, remember? No. It's been infiltrated by the South Manchester elite. It's what I've been telling you all about. So Grant is not from Oldham. In 2021, Grant also received a micro commission from the Coliseum. That means money, as well as being an associate. In 2015, he co-founded Take Back Theatre with actor Julie. That's the lady out of Coronation Street, isn't it? Take Back Theatre. Let me press it. Let me show you. Take Back Theatre is a political theatre company. It's a leftist theatre company. I ain't got an issue with him. You can see. And Grant's based in Manchester somewhere, by the way. So he's not from Oldham. Billy Collins, the associate artist. No, not from here either. Dare to Know Theatre. So an associate company. Ooh, they're an Oldham-based theatre company. That'd be interesting for you guys to type in their names and see. Maz Hedgehog. Afshan D'Souza Lordi. Georgetown University. No. Associate artist. Lauren Nicole Mays. Blackpool. Trouble House Theatre. Bolton Way. So let's have a look at their alumni. We're not winning here, are we, people? Fine Comb Theatre. And I have nothing against any of these people. I don't know any of them. I don't know these two lovely young ladies. I'm sure they're very, very nice people. I'm looking at that and thinking South Manchester. Right. The web page can't be reached. That's not me. Red Bobble Arts. No, they're not from here. You've seen Grant Archer. He's not from here. Hafsa Anila Bashir. She's got something called Outside the Frame Arts. Syria Speaks. And some pro-Palestinian stuff. Caitlin Gleason. Nana Kofi Kafour. Sorcha McCaffrey. Nah. So what you've got is a theatre company that is operationally not fit for purpose, whose chief executive has been a chief executive for a couple of months, if that. The trustees are non-existent, and their portfolio of work appears to support almost exclusively people from outside of the town. But you've got your pantomime. You've got your pantomime. From a business point of view, absolutely shocking. Clearly, they have never had to identify and develop revenue streams, just relying on free money. Yeah, I think so, Mark. I think so. So that's what you've got with the Oldham Coliseum. And you've all been played. You, me, every one of us has been played. Yet it does get worse. And I'll show you how it gets worse.
Do not fear them. Do not fear any of them.